Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Block's Design Rescue, formerly known as Mr. Block's Media Arts Tutorials. Same thing, new name. In any event, I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about how to save your file in Illustrator to turn it in for your project. This is actually something that you can use. This technique can be used for any of your projects, but specifically for logos because you're going to be saving it as a number of different file sizes. When you work for a client and you do a logo for a client, generally speaking, your client is not going to know how to take that logo and make it a variety of sizes so they can use it in their email or on their website or in their documentation. So I'm going to show you a quick process that will take your finished logo and save it as a PNG that has a transparent background, a JPEG file that has a white background, no transparency, and a PDF file that is high resolution and can be used for printing, doing t-shirts or whatever else your client may want to use it for. The process is very simple. When you're all done with your logo, what I'd like you to do is make sure that you select the artboard tool and make sure that the artboard is just around the perimeter of your design. All you do is go up to File, down to Export, and you want to choose Export for Screens. All right, now you'll see this dialog box, and if you've got multiple if you have multiple logos, maybe logo lockups, different ways in which you've put the your name underneath the logo or to the right of the logo, or however you've set up your logo, it will show up. If you have multiple artboards, they will show up in this area right here. And so what you're going to do is just make sure you're only checking the ones that you want to convert or to change to a PNG or a JPEG and all of that. Now down below, if you haven't assigned your artboard an actual name, please give it that now. So simply click on the area below and let's give this a name of the name of the company. It's ROP, and I'll just call this 1. Okay, and just simply click off of it. ROP1 is perfectly fine. Now, on the far right here where you see select, we're going to leave it at range 1 because we only have one artboard. If you had multiple artboards, you could select just the number of artboards or the numbers of the artboards you'd like to include in this, but it's only one or all. Okay, we'll just do that. If you choose full document, it's going to actually show more than you need. It's not what you want to do. Okay. Export to, let's make sure that we're selecting the correct location. I'm going to select, let's see, we've got it going to my drive in the correct location right here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and click select folder. And then you want it to open the location after export so you can see everything that you've created. And then also create subfolders. Now, do not have it create subfolders by scale. Have it create it by format. That means it'll create a folder for your JPEG images, for the PNG images, and then for the PDF. You'll have separate folders. Okay, so let's do this down below here to the formats. We're going to change the scale for the PNG. We've already got that set up as a PNG. I want the first one to be set up as a 250. But if you simply put in 250 and then go off of there, it's going to do something weird here. It's actually showing 33.33x. That is a third of the size of the artboard that you created. Okay, so what you do is instead of that, just put in 250 px for pixels. And then in the suffix, please put a hyphen 250 px and with no space. All right, in the scale you can have a space, but in the suffix, no space. What that does is it adds this little tag, this little text right here, to the opposite, to the right-hand side of ROP1. So it'll say hyphen 250px, and that'll tell people what size that particular image is set up at. So in the next one, click Add Scale, leave it at PNG, change the next one to 500px, and then hyphen 500px. The last one, let's give them a very large size PNG, 1200 px, for whatever purpose they would need it for, and then hyphen 1200 px. And that's done for the PNGs. All right, next up, let's make the JPEGs just like we did with the pings. Just simply add a scale, change this to JPEG 100. This is the quality JPEG 80, 50, 20. Those are the quality that, out of a range of 100%, we want actually 100. So we want it to be the best quality possible. And then do the same thing we did before, 250 px, and then hyphen 250 px. Same thing with the others, okay? And then we'll do this, add a scale, JPEG 100, 500 px, hyphen 500 px, add one more scale, JPEG 100, 1200 px, and then hyphen 1200 px. And then the last one, so there's your setup for the PNGs and the JPEGs. Remember, JPEG will have a white background. PNGs will have a transparent background. If you've allowed that to happen, if you've created a background image or a some sort of a background, then it'll show that rather than the transparent background. Okay, the last one, add scale and go ahead down to the bottom, choose PDF. That's all you need to do. Everything should be set up. Now, all we need to do, I'm actually going to change the location here just so that we have a different sort of a location, clean location, because I already have folders in there. So I'm going to create a new folder and call this ROP. All right, and double click on that. Now, that's the selected folder. Okay, I'm going to go in there. If we export the artboard, it will then show this folder and these three folders that we just have created. If you go into each, you will see each one is set up with the proper file name and it's set up the proper way. The last thing that you do, click and drag around all three, or simply click on one, press Shift, and click on the bottom one. All three folders need to be selected because this next process will compress them into a JPEG, so, into a zip file. Sorry. So then what you do is right-click and go to, let's see, where is it? Send to compressed zipped folder. Click on that, and then you'll be given this folder. It's going to give it one of the names here. I'm not sure why it does that, but just click on it. You can actually right-click and choose rename and give it the name of your, give it your last name, first name, and then a hyphen, and the name of the project. And that is what you turn in, this zip file right there. Okay, that is all. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. It's a pretty simple process, but it's a very important one. Okay, that's all there is to it. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Talk to you soon.